feet. Those are good because they're easy to replace when they get scuffed up. So now I have to get this attached, and this thing has to come up to here. So I'm gonna have to lift the whole robot up somehow. And I guess then it'll be standing on its 6 legs instead of sitting on something. That'll be kind of cool. Oh look, giant robot shirts. Drawing on the giant robot. Here I am in the banana building. And I just went off on the camera for like 10 minutes about something, but I'm sure you'll see that later. Or actually, I'll probably post that before this video, and someone will be like, "Dude, when's the next giant robot video coming out? Because that's all I want. I don't care about your other stupid stuff." You know, for every person who complains about one thing, there's like 40 other people who complain about something else and don't care about the thing you're complaining about. So just chill out. Anyway, I got the banana building heated up. I haven't been in here in a couple days, so you know, it took like half an hour or something to get the fire going and get some warm air in here and get the smoke out from when I started the fire with all that wet wood. But yeah, now I have some very important giant robot stuff to do. I have to figure out how to put those other... I've got these three legs on, right? And now I have to figure out how to get those other 3, and they attach here, but this is too low. I have to lift up the entire thing to be able to get those other legs on here. So I might just have to start it up, get it to lift itself up on its 3 legs, so I can put the other 3 on. Kind of like self-jacking. Giant robot is jacking itself. Just pretend I didn't. The giant robot will be lifting itself off the ground. Although now that I'm looking at this, I'm going to have to do some reinforcements and adjustments first. Like, for instance, right here. See this? It's supposed to be horizontal. And as you can see by lining it up with what's behind it, it's not even close to horizontal. What the hell was I thinking? Ugh. I think I have to cut that off and re-weld it. And then, I know I mentioned this before, but up here, these sides are all welded, but the back sides aren't. And I don't want this whole top section to rip itself off, because it would be way easier to just reinforce it now than reattach it after it warps and gets all mangled. Although to weld this thing, I'm going to have to get it a lot warmer, so I'm really going to have to crank up the fire. Alright slaves, stoke the fires! Slaves! Ah, I keep forgetting it. Alright, that should be good. Alright, well I'm waiting for that sucker to warm up. I can weld pieces into here so that this doesn't split apart. I did that on the other ones of these, but I didn't do it on these ones yet. So I'm going to heat it up on the stove for a minute. See if I can find some plate to fit in there. Not the best scraps I've ever seen, but they should do. Well, that one looks like it's the right size and everything. Much better. Alright, I got one end done and another end half done. And I've overloaded my generator about 10 times just doing those 3 pieces. I don't know what's wrong, because it didn't used to overload until I put my welder on like the high setting, and I'm only using it like halfway. This is very annoying though. Anyway, I think I have to set up some different stuff here. So I have a 3000 watt inverter that someone sent me, which was awesome. And that, I mean, the welder doesn't go up to 3000 watts, so that should run it fine. But I have to power that with some batteries, so I'm going to have to figure out how many batteries I need to power that, and then I'll charge the batteries with the generator to keep them topped up. But I need to figure out how many batteries I need to like deliver that much power all at once. 3000 watts is kind of a lot. Well, it'll only be like 2300 watts or something, but still, it's a lot all at once. 2400 watts divided by 12 volts is 200 amps. So I have to be able to deliver 200 amps for at least like 20, 30 seconds at a time. Alright, I've got this little battery here and cold cranking amps, 405. Holy crap, that's a lot. I should be able to run it off this one battery. Huh. I think I'll go get one more just in case. I have some batteries in the dome. I don't really need them all up there. I have a little bit more than I need. So I'll bring another one down here. Hook up the generator to the batteries to charge the batteries. Then get the 3,000 watt inverter. Plug that into the batteries. Then I should be able to weld without overloading anything. Holy crap, that's a lot of power out of one of those batteries. Man, I was thinking I was gonna have to get like 8 batteries or something, a huge battery bank to power this. Alright, I'm going up to the dome to get some. I guess I'll take some firewood up there while I'm going. Later. Hope I can get this going today because it's all warm in here. Alright, I've cannibalized the dome. And Mr. Wee Little Inverter, now you've got a bigger body. Ooh, 3,000 watts. And I grabbed an extra little battery thing. And this has 1,000 peak amps, or 400 instant starting amps. And then another battery thing that's 12 volts, made up of a bunch of 2-volt batteries. So that should be more than enough batteries to handle it. I just gotta go wire these together. So this huge inverter has a ground on the back of it. Basically a ground is just somewhere for like extra electricity to go, in a nutshell. And generally that goes into the ground. If you pound a, like say a stainless steel rod into the ground with a hole in it that screws onto the bolt there, then the extra electricity can go into the ground, so you know it doesn't build up charge and explode or electrocute people and stuff like that. And the screw goes right in there. Yeah, in there. It'll also keep the whole thing from flying across the room when I accidentally kick it with my enormous feet. Cool. Alright, I got Jen plugged into the batteries with the DC battery charging thingy. I've got my 3 batteries connected. All the positives to positives and negatives to negatives. And this battery is cool, because check it out. It has a fancy little light, it has a little 12-volt socket I can stick some. Oh, I'm electrocuted! Just kidding, 12 volts isn't enough to really do anything. And then I can check the battery level. Ooh, it's all the way full. Excellent. Let's check my little thingy over here. Oh, excellent, excellent. And here's my plugs right there. I think I might be ready to test it. I'll give it a minute to charge up though. Well, it'll take me a minute to go plug everything in anyway. This is one of those things that feels like it shouldn't work. I feel like it shouldn't be this easy to make this work. It all works on paper. I guess I just have to test it in real life. Alright, I'm gonna be right here welding. And that's the batteries back there, so if you see a big explosion in the background, you know something went wrong. See my little clippy clip? See you in a minute. There's no way this will work. Oh my gosh, it works. Oh, overloaded. Oh, it doesn't work so easily.